Hey, collectors, it's Anthony from H&E Games, and I'm here today with Bert, the Stormtrooper. Hey, Bert.
Hey, how's it going?
I have no answer for that, and I never will. Okay, so Bert is with me today because he inspired me to do something, and after a whole lot of money, I have more than what I initially thought I was going to do because it was so good. Now, before we begin, Bert, tell people how they can find you online.
Well, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper. You can find me on YouTube, Bert the Stormtrooper, or Bert the Stormtrooper Reviews. I also do a little series called That's Just Prime. Been doing that for about 7 years now. You can find me on Twitter, Bert the Stormtrooper, Instagram, Bert the Stormtrooper, and on Facebook, Bert the Stormtrooper Reviews.
For everybody who's watching, this is a compilation of 5 each of customized or added-on figures that we both have. And as I had mentioned before, Bert had inspired me with a figure he showed me during the interview I did with him a while back, which you can check out on H&E Games channel. And so we're going to start with Crocomus Prime.
You want me to do mine first?
Yeah, so we're going to...
Okay. All right, so I don't call mine Croctomus Prime. I call him the Alligator Con because that's what he was called in the City of Steel episode of G1. So this was inspired by another reviewer on YouTube called TJ Omega. He was kind of big a while ago, and he was also part of a podcast. And he at some point he's in the same state as I am. I would run into him at conventions, and he would chat. In fact, he actually helped me come up with the name That's Just Prime for my series. And he had mentioned, oh, man, I wonder if anybody's ever done an Alligator Con custom. I think that Skull Cruncher would be a good candidate. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. So I took to eBay and I got myself this is before the knockoffs that are available now, those really high quality KOs. So if I were to do this again, I'd use one of those. But back then, that was not a thing. So this is actually an original G1 Skull Cruncher, minus I think Grax was the name of the head. So I got the head. This is a head that was made by Junkie and Blacksmith, and it's a little it's a very cool little piece because it's a little Headmaster Optimus Prime. So as you can see, he turns into Optimus Prime's head. He also transforms into a tiny little, almost like a Power Master size Optimus Prime, and he also transforms into a truck. He's actually a triple changer. It's a very cool little figure. So I got him. I got the figure, and I took to painting him. And yeah, basically it's the alligator mode will, he's fully transformable, and the alligator mode will look exactly, almost exactly. I followed the pattern as close as I could to the way that the Alligator Con was depicted in the City of Steel episode. And then, of course, he's also transformable. He even goes as far as to, I even customized the bars that change when you put the head on and off. I think those were like lilac on the original figure, something like that. I went ahead and let me see if I can do this on camera. Painted those so that they also match the light blue, like they would be on his chest windows if he was a regular just truck Optimus Prime.
Okay.
And this figure was pretty popular. I posted this in the Radicons on TFW. And it got a lot of attention, and somebody contacted me and asked me to make one for them. So, they paid for a commission. They purchased the figure. They sent it to me. They requested one minor change in the paint scheme. And so, yeah, I've actually made 2 of these, and it's even got a rub symbol. It's got an Autobot rub symbol that I got, one of those Repro label rub symbols on there. Love this thing.
Okay, so switching to my screen here, I have Skull Cruncher right here, and he is from Titan's Return, and he is repainted to be like your, I call Crocomus Prime because Alligator Con's kind of already used. What are the quintessons? The Gator Cons, right? Alicons? Alicons, yeah, that's right.
The Alicons and the Sharkticons.
Yeah, so this was done by N-Put, which you can find his channel on YouTube. There is a link for him in his description. And N-Put, he used archived images from the movie and the TV show to get the coloring right. I'm not quite sure. Well, the movie, I guess it was the Optimus's coloring, and then the TV show for this specific Gator. And he obviously he's the headmaster. This is all his parts: the tail, the gun, and it is fantastic looking. And I love the detail on it. And if you give me one sec, I'm trying to figure out where his headmaster is. So his headmaster is actually the Titans Return headmaster for Optimus Prime's.
Very cool.
Yeah, and so I thought it was just a perfect fit.
Is that the one that comes with the Ryan packs?
Yes.
Excellent.
Because I had the headmaster for the Ultra Magnus that came with RC from the Toys R Us exclusive. Yeah. And so I just switched them, and it definitely a lot better fitting. The colors aren't exactly right, but you really don't notice that unless you're particularly just super looking for it. But I mean, otherwise, it's a great figure, and I will show later on it transformed, but it is super nice, nicely painted. I think he does airbrushing. I've noticed because I have transformed it a few times that I do scuff a little bit, and maybe I'm too rough with it. But I mean, it is otherwise just a great paint job. Let's see if I can.
That's going to happen with any painted custom. That's going to happen. You're going to get some rubbing, even with airbrushing. Some guys go really into it. Some guys will sand it down a little bit and then airbrush over so that there's a little less rubbing. But you're always going to get some level of rubbing on the paint.
But he actually got in the mouth, which is just awesome.
That looks really, really good. Yeah.
So while I'm transforming this guy, see now you have that entire black top on there.
Yep. Yeah, that's the canopy there.
And that is the canopy in the original G1 canopy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because this one, of course, the canopy's in the back now. And as I try to transform it, because it's been sitting in this mode for a few weeks.
Yeah, this is just such a cool mode. This is such a cool headmaster. And the head in the cartoon was actually gray.
I mean, because this one is gray. It's anyway.
Yeah, there you
go. You know what? Before I forget, let me grab the head out of here. I mean, because once it's in place, it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Right. And that's such a good figure too.
He's loose, but that even the original figure is loose. But I really like the way it's colored. It just obviously these legs have a lock-in position. I'm just not dealing with it right now. But I mean, you really can't tell the head doesn't go with them unless you're really looking very closely at the color.
Right.
It's the one bad thing about these Titan Returns figures is the QC could be better. But I mean, still, he looks good. He looks like an Optimus Gator. So back to Bert. What do you have for your second?
Okay, so I got mine back in robot mode. So all of the ones that I picked out, they're all Optimus Prime customs. And these are some of the heavier ones where I've done a total repaint of one thing to turn it into another. Right. To turn it into some sort of an Optimus Prime figure. So we'll do this one. This one's kind of easy. This is not the custom. This is the original figure. So this is the G2 GoBots Optimus Prime. And when I was first putting together my Optimus Prime collection, this was one of the harder figures to find. And it goes still today. It actually kind of goes for a lot of money, considering this is like a $2 figure, the size of a Hot Wheel. I was actually looking online today, and this guy averages on the cheap end for $60, which I was not willing to pay.
Wow, that is 30 times its price.
Yeah, and I was just not willing to pay that. And I still wouldn't pay that for this figure today. I ended up, eventually I found them for a really good price, no gun, loose, got them. But that took a very long time. That was actually the last figure. When I first started, what inspired me to start collecting Optimus Primes, besides the fact that I love that character, is a poster that came out from Dreamwave, I think in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it's just all like all different Optimus Primes in this one poster. And I wanted to get every Optimus Prime that was in that poster in toy mode. That was the last figure. It took years to find out. So in the meantime, what I did is I picked up this guy right here. This is this is back in the later 2000s. So the RID figures were still easily available. This is Rev, the Spy Changer Rev from RID 2001, which was a repaint of this figure. Same exact mold. So I picked up one of these for cheap and I painted him up, made him look like Optimus Prime. So there you go. And of course, mine came out a little darker.
It actually makes it look better.
Yeah, the original one, you can't tell because of the lighting, but the original one here has gold rims. This one has silver rims. And then I also gave mine an Autobot symbol on the back there, which the original one didn't have. But yeah, so for years, this was my stand-in GoBots G2 Optimus Prime until I actually found a real one to put on the shelf. I still need a gun for him, maybe someday.
Okay, so the second figure I got from N-Put is this Slipstream, which is made from a Siege Starscream, and so Tetrajet mode. Now, I also have a Slipstream from Cyberverse, but I wanted one that was Chud. So you can see N-Put put a lot of effort into the coloring. All that blotchy crap is gone. So no blotch. He painted the guns right in the center there. The back, technically the chest. And here is the legs. Look at the detail. Just some excellent detail on here. Right. And I think he hit it out of the park. And really yeah, so if you're interested, N-Put does commissions. He has a little bit of a backlog right now, so there might be a little bit of wait time. I'm gonna say first off, since he does so well, he's so high detail, and I should mention I did nick this, and I'll show you in the transformation how, because when you fold it backwards. But it is not cheap to get these custom done figures because you have to buy the original. And then you have to pay him to do this air painting, airbrushing, all this this fine detail. But I mean, look at the quality. It is definitely worth the effort.
Absolutely. That's why it pays to learn to do it yourself.
What do you have up next while I transform this character?
Well, I just put these guys in I almost said truck mode. Just put them in vehicle mode so you can see them real quick. You can see them side by side compared there. So that's about it. Okay, so moving on with the Optimus Prime party here. And let's see, do I want to do this one yet? No, let's not go there yet. Let's do this one. This one is a straight up repaint. So I love the Generation 2 laser Optimus Prime with the big shoulder pylons on his chest and whatnot. I hate the way I've always hated the way they paint him. And I've never understood why they won't just give us a G2 style Optimus Prime in G1 colors. So when the Reveal the Shield version came out, I got two. Actually, this is the first one that I got. And I just painted them in G1 colors. Same thing I've done with all of my other figures. I took it completely apart and then painted all the parts separately and then put it back together. And did some minor brushwork for detail after the fact. And the funny thing about this is that once I got done with this one, I kind of missed the way he looked originally. So I ended up going back and getting the regular painted one.
Now, isn't that the same design as like the Scourge repaint is in black?
Yes. So this is the one that came out later. This is the Reveal the Shield version. Okay. We are the one that you're thinking of. We're going to get to that one too. But, But yeah, so I picked up this guy, painted him to look like this, and then I kind of started to dig the way he looked before I painted him. So then I just went back and got another one. So there they are.
Because the white torso reminds me of kind of like Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, with that blue chest there. And that's a
Exactly.
callback to the original G2 Laser Rod Optimus Prime, which I actually don't have one in original colors. And we'll get to that in a minute. But there they are, before and after.
Okay. So up next, I have Slipstream transformed, and technically she is a female, but I mean, there's no way you can tell in this blocky body, but she looks just great. I really dig as I said, the highlights are really good. The detail that N-Put put into her is excellent. Here's the detail on the back here.
That was really good.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
Yeah, he does really good.
The one thing that's missing that I'm happy about is it's stupid, like super small Decepticon icon is gone. That always bothered me. But there is no Decepticon iconography anywhere. I have the stickers. I just haven't put them on yet. So basically what you're seeing is a blank slate that I could deco however I want. Although I feel like putting stickers on would just ruin the overall clean look of the figure. So what do you have for us next?
Okay, so from Optimus Prime to Convoy, or Beast Convoy, let's call it. So are you familiar with Beast Wars 2nd?
I'm aware of it. I never watched it.
Okay, so Beast Wars 2nd was the spiritual not continuation, kind of a sequel to Beast Wars. It happened in Japan. It was a 2D animation. It was really good. So it's like, it's kind of like, people are probably going to jump on me for this, but it's kind of like your Star Trek: The Next Generation is to Star Trek, is what Beast Wars 2nd is to Beast Wars. Right.
I thought because I know there's like Beast Wars Neo too. Uh-huh. I thought they were like between the second and third season of the main Beast Wars series or something like that.
Beast Wars Neo happens immediately after Beast Wars 2nd, and then Beast Wars 2nd also happens on Earth. It's in the past, but it's further in the future from Beast Wars. Different characters, and they're all like kind of like in Beast Wars, they're descendants of the Autobots. Same thing. These are descendants of the Maximals and whatnot.
Okay.
So you're introduced to the new Optimus Prime character, Lio Convoy, which I'm a big fan of. So I don't even know how this occurred to me. So I got Lio Convoy. I got the Japanese Lio Convoy. There was a character called Lio Jr., which is like little mini Lion Optimus Prime or Primal. And there is a figure for that, but he's brown. Like he's actual like lion colors. Because
he's one of the three that formed the Magna Boss, right?
That is yes. That he was called Prowl in the US, correct.
Okay.
So it occurred to me, well, wouldn't it be cool to have a Lio Jr. in Lio Convoy colors? So this is one that I made where I actually did part swapping. Not only did I paint the entire figure, repaint it into something else, I also part swapped. So what you're looking at here, this is, I wanted to say, yeah, this is Bantor. This is the Maximals Fusor Bantor. However, it's got the head of that Lio Jr. or Prowl. So I actually swapped the head out. And then I painted the whole thing in Lio Convoy colors.
The head looks kind of like Silverbolt.
Yeah. But that is the head for Lio Jr. or the U.S. Prowl, that part of that transforms into the head of Magnavox. That is the head for him.
So what is that holding in his left hand? It looks like a shield, but also looks like a butt.
It's the butt end of the tiger. So Bantor, it's a fusor, so it's kind of like a mandrill fused with a tiger.
Uh-huh.
And the mandrill face kind of really lent itself really well to do a lion if you took that mane and painted it gold like I did So I was really happy with the way that came out. And that's basically the shield is it's the butt of the tiger, plus it's also a shield, plus it's also a stabbing weapon of some sort.
Are the heads and bottoms are they pegged in, or are they like Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron, where they're permanently part of the figure?
This is pegged in. You can take this off.
So the head is part of the shoulder assembly then.
Oh, the head is actually on a slider. It goes into the body. So
okay.
And you'll see some scratches back there. Like I said, there's always going to be some level of scratching. But I actually had to disassemble this figure, take out the little sliding mechanism that had the original head, remove the original head, and then construct a peg for this head to mount onto that sliding mechanism so that I could get it on here. So he's fully transformable. The head does go into the chest cavity. The head is a little bigger than it should be. So it does take some doing. It does take some work. You got to kind of wiggle it in there and whatnot, but it will go in there all the way. And then I'll go ahead and transform him because these fusers were like super easy to transform. And yeah, he is fully transformable and a very cool.
So now we're on to the add-ons from N-Put, and I have, as you see, Nemesis Prime in front, and what I have that is new for me, I should say, from Firetox is, as I reveal the bottom here, Nemesis Roller.
Ah, yes, I got one of those. They're so cool. He did a really good job of those.
Yeah, so anybody who doesn't know Firetox does 3D printing, and if you got this spoiler pack too, you did not get a roller like you did with the Optimus. No, you actually didn't get a roller on Optimus either. Optimus's roller came in the Centurion pack, which was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So you can print it off yourself for free, or Firetox will charge you to print it off for you. But I love the texturing on the wheels. It makes it look evil. It has little spikes on there, and it's to scale. As you see, it does fit. And as you saw, I had the whole thing closed on it, and it even has pegs on the top for you to put the weapons on. If they'll cooperate with me, there you go. So it holds weapons, and it is what rollers should be, but evil.
Yeah, that roller looks really good. He sent me one of those, and it's really, really cool looking. So there's my custom Leo Jr. in lion mode right there.
Okay, so what do you have next for us?
That's 4. Okay, I got one more. Just a side note, an honorable mention, just because I don't have them out. I did something similar with another Beast Wars figure, and also similar to what I did with that G2 GoBots Prime, and that is Pterosaur. When I was putting together my Beast Wars collection, Pterosaur can be a little difficult and expensive to find. And even if you find one, the paint job doesn't reflect the character that you saw on the TV show. You can get the Japanese version, which is a lot closer if you're willing to pay for it. Or there was some purple repaint of him, and he was some other name, some other character, and I think he was purple. And I got that one for a couple of bucks and repainted him into Pterosaur. And it looked so good. I wish I had my Beast Wars stuff out so I could show it. So we were talking about Generation 2 Laser Optimus Prime. So this is my next one. And again, I always loved the way that Laser Optimus Prime looked, but I absolutely hated the original color scheme on this guy. So I never really got around to picking one up. In fact, I still don't have a G2 Optimus Prime, a Laser Optimus Prime, in the original colors. I've never gotten around to getting one. Maybe I'll look for one at TFCon. I don't know. But I found this guy at BotCon in Orlando, just a table that had loose Transformers, and they had this guy up there for $10. And for $10, I thought I could take that and paint him into, give him a G1 paint job. So I picked up the figure for $10. There was somebody that made these reproduction swords in different colors, also for $10. So I picked up a sword. I chose the clear one, also for $10. So I'm $20 in. And then I found the Japanese trailer for G2 Optimus Prime, the silver, the actual chrome one. complete for 20 bucks. So for 40 bucks, I put together my own complete Laser Optimus Prime, and then I took him completely apart and painted him up to look like G1 Optimus. He still has all of his working electronics.
So I take it there's like a watch battery or something in there.
Yeah, he's got watch batteries. He's got the button. This is the one that was later repainted into Scourge for Robots in Disguise. However, Scourge for Robots in Disguise had the electronics removed. So this one, again, you can see the fist lights up. And that's the whole idea, is that the weapon lights up with this when it's at night.
Oh, I imagine it looks cool in the dark.
Oh, it looks great in the dark. And then you've got the headlights on the truck mode. And I need to retouch that chrome on that bumper that I'm closing up on. But yeah, there you go. Really happy with the way this one came out. And it looks fantastic in truck mode, actually. So I've been thinking about doing another custom of these. And the idea, what I've been kicking around in my head, is making it look like this in robot mode, where he looks like G1 color scheme in robot mode, but the truck mode, see if I can figure out a way to keep the black paint scheme. You know how this truck, originally the truck mode is black with some red details? I want to see if I can figure out a way to leave the original paint scheme in truck mode, but make him look like this in robot mode. So I've been thinking about picking up another one and giving that a shot.
Okay.
That's all 5 of mine.
So I have 2 quick things from Firetox, and again, you can find these designs from Firetox to print yourself. A few months ago, Hasbro announced a shattered glass Megatron, and they showed off this design. And now this is the 35th anniversary Megatron, which is the Cybertronian tank. And when I saw this, the shattered glass Megatron, I was like, oh, I would love to have the bits that I'm missing for my Siege Megatron, or the 35th anniversary Megatron. Except I don't want to buy the shattered glass. I don't care about the shattered glass stuff, other than Goldbug, which is pre-ordered. Firetox created it, like literally within 24 hours, he had these already templated.
He is so good at that. And
he is so efficient. But I mean, as you see, I have the top piece, which is part of it, and then the wings. But then he adds this machine cannon bit. So basically, it looks like from the front, he has like some heavy machinery. Yeah. And then he adds these tail fins, which make perfect sense to have.
Yeah,
and I think because I don't think the shattered glass one has tail fins.
No.
Yeah, it's like, how is it going to control its flight if it doesn't have tail fins? I mean, I guess I'm thinking too much into it, but the tail fins are just the perfect addition. And then finally from Firetox, because I missed out on the Siege Ratchet, and Earthrise Ratchet comes with just a piddle little gun. And I wanted the tool set that the Earthrise Ratchet came with a piddle gun. I wanted the tool set that came with the Siege one, because the Siege one was made where he transforms into a medical bed or something like that. So Firetox created this this set here, which is 3 different pieces that you can combine together. And this first piece is the scanner, and then you can separately attach this this gun and this drill. And I thought it was awesome. And then there's 3 different 5mm pegs, so you can hook this up in different ways on the vehicle or on the bot. So I was like, this is freaking sweet. And I think it was a really good job. Again, you can find Firetox and N-Put's links in the description, as well as Bert's. Did you literally just like use a marker to fix that?
Just now. These guys right here. For any customizers out there, you need to get yourself some Molotov liquid chrome pens. These things are lifesavers. I use these on pretty much nowadays, since Hasbro's decided they no longer want to paint wheels on vehicle modes. I use those on pretty much every vehicle mode for every Transformer I get, especially Optimus Prime figures. And I will be using it on this guy right here.
Yeah, I noticed the wheels are super. Basically, they're buttons, black buttons. There's really nothing more to them. And there's a couple of figures like Siege Prowl or Siege Mirage where they do actually bother painting like hubcaps, but they just seem to skip out most of the time.
Yep. Yeah, so I'll be taking those chrome pens to old Mr. Rodimus, just arrived here today. So he'll be getting the chrome treatment probably sometime tomorrow. Most of my Optimus Prime figures, if they've come with black wheels, I kind of joke about this on my channel and my reviews. I hate black wheels. So I've even done videos about painting them and different techniques for painting them. I used to use, back in the day, I would use silver Sharpies, and they look good. They look pretty good. And if you're not rubbing them with your fingers, they'll stay on there. I mean, they'll rub off if you rub your fingers on them. But all my primes are on the shelf on display, so they look fine. They look good. They stay on there. But lately I've taken to using those chrome pens, and it's night and day difference. It looks so good.
Okay. So before we go, first off, thank you, Bert, for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
And please, again, tell people where they can find you and your channel.
Bert the Stormtrooper on YouTube. Look for Bert the Stormtrooper reviews. Look for That's Just Prime. Been doing a series about every Optimus Prime that I've been able to get my hands on over the last 20 years. I've got 200 some odd episodes over the last 7 years. Used to do it weekly. Now I just do it whenever I get a new print figure.
I mean, you have to be close to running out, right?
Well, I've ran through my entire collection. So now I just do them whenever I get them. So like I recently picked up this little dude right here. This guy's coming out on Monday. The Dr. Wu little tiny mini Optimus Prime. So this one comes out on Monday. I recently picked up something that I skipped out on from way back like 12 years ago. I remember the Fans Project armor for City Commander, and then they did the repaint for a powered Commander repaint to look like the powered convoy from Japan.
Oh,
I just picked that up. I've got him right there. He's waiting to shoot. So that one will be coming out soon. Only 12 years late to the party. So Bert the Stormtrooper on YouTube. That's Just Prime on YouTube. Bert the Stormtrooper on Instagram. Bert the Stormtrooper on Twitter. Bert the Stormtrooper reviews on Facebook.
Okay. If you who are watching have any comments or questions, please post accordingly. And thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe both Bert's channel and my channel. Everybody, tell your friends.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.